The system that I teach has a sectioning system, so you'll see me go through that as I break it down. So what we have here in section 1 is we have a front short part on this side. So what's going on over here on the other side we will make up as we go, and this section 1 is in this little piece going back here. Section 2 and 3 are the sides, both sides. So there's 2 little pieces here, and then whatever's on the other side is my section 2 and section 3. Section 4 is the crown, and section 5 is whatever's left in the back. I always set it with the breakdown of the construction system in mind. So section 1 is set to go to the side, similar to the picture. 2 and 3. Now I took a little bit of hair down here from section 5 as we bring this around. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's always good to know. And the height, there's a lot of height in the picture, so I do have some padding here that we're going to use if it feels to be necessary. And so on the sides I have the crown ready, over directed, so we're going to have some nice height. And then in the back I set her up with a couple of ponytails. So you can see the black elastic right there. So that's one ponytail. And then underneath here I set up 2 small ponytails. So underneath there's 2 small ponytails, and the reason being, now certainly when they do photos they show one side, they maybe stick on fake hair, they toss it over to one side and it looks all elegant and beautiful. But to spread that out in the back, that's why I did 2 ponytails. So we'll have the height and the fullness, and then spreading out the bottom to really give that full look in the picture. Another thing to pay attention to is this comes across. So we're not going to be obviously bringing that back because we want that to go last. So I want you to think through your steps. So we're going to leave out the pieces for section 1 and 2 and 3, our sides, and I'm going to get them pinned out of the way. The reason why I have this is just sometimes to help clean it up. And then also you ask her, always ask, what is it that you like about the picture? And sometimes they just don't know what to bring you, and they just bring a picture. And sometimes I've even had them say, well, I don't even really like that hairstyle, I just wasn't sure what to bring, or this is what I had last time, I want to do it again. Well, they really don't want to do it again, they just don't know what else to ask for. Bring that forward to get a base tease. Don't be afraid to tease. If you under tease, then you're going to find it hard to work with. And if the client is freaking out and saying, oh, what are you doing? Or will I be able to get that out? Or do you think that's too much? You know, after the consultation and you kind of know what she wants, I kind of like to I always turn the client away from the mirror and say, here's a phone, go on your phone, go in a magazine. You really don't want them to be involved too much in the process, because it's like someone decorating your house and it's halfway done and you're freaking out, right? And construction project's halfway done, and so no, we need to get foundation and we need to get some nice height, and you don't want that fullness and that bump collapsing or splitting. You know, we can always brush it out. We can give you more, we can give you less, and it'll come right out, not to worry. And we want to keep it somewhat narrow so that there's room for the soft draping. So we don't want this bump to be too wide, right? I didn't come down too far. We want it to kind of be is where you would just sit with a client and, you know, she might want you to split this. She might want some more pinchy, some twisting, some really, you know, pretty movement in there. You could do the twist, and you could do a little bit of pulling. So you're getting the general shape, but it doesn't mean you always have to follow the picture exactly. But I am going to follow the picture exactly just because I don't have a client here telling me otherwise. And because we have all of this lovely tight ponytail, I have plenty of base to pin into. And because I have everything sectioned off, I'm not getting lost and I'm not going to get messy. So I'm going to bring it in nice and close here to the ponytail. Kind of look and see what we're going to do with the bottom ponytails. Just want to get this up out of the way. There's so many great variations you can do on this, but this sectioning system and the hot rollers just give you a great start already. So these ponytails were pinned up. So there's 3 of them now. So there's 3 ponytails back here. And I'm going to not make this too full of teasing, but just going in the interior of the ponytail so that my edges are clean, and I could take this brush and just clean off the top layer. Sectioning that head and having that consultation during the creation of the sections and pre-setting with the shape and the comb out in mind, these construction time is pretty quick. Those hot rollers to move, and you want to manipulate this hair. Okay, you want to manipulate it. You want to kind of play with it. We have all the ends from section 2 and 3, and we can look at the shape of this ponytail and what's going on and where we're going to need some more pieces. So now in my mind, what is really important is these ends. Where are these ends going to add into the ponytail design? What are they going to add into in here? And before we bring those all back, another thing I see is this piece here that looks like it's just kind of hiding the elastic. So by having this strip right here, it's not pinned in, it's from section 1, it's sitting in front of the elastic, it gives that kind of look right there to the back of the ponytail into the design, which is nice because that's on the longer side. So let's work on that side first. So this is a piece of the ends from section 1 at the top. Just want to make sure all the pieces are caught. On the ends. I'm just going to comb this. And we're not going to worry about finalizing the beautiful details of the ponytail just yet because we want to bring some more pieces back. Basically, these strips here are just to kind of blend all the sections together. The ends from section 1. Don't be afraid to move things around. There's no right or wrong as you're building and creating and adding in. Brought over to here. So now you've added another curl. So this little end right there could be, you know, what that draping piece was right here. So you're bringing it over and now you're getting a more layered, shorter curl because you just dragged that from the other side. So you now have a little curl on that side. Across that ponytail right there, it brings more layered pieces now down along this side to play with. So you're fattening out your ponytail as you crisscross your front sides back. So now I'm going to go for these two dipped pieces and I'm going to section there and grab what those, you know, those nice highlighted pieces are so that we can get the pieciness look just like in the photo. I'm going to go up again right near that ponytail, right up near that ponytail. And because I'm working with sections, I never have too much hair in my hands. I never have too much hair in my hands. I don't lose control. I don't lose where I am. And here's where, you know, if she had some shorter fringe, like here, you'd have a conversation. Do you want the fringe? And we've got, you can see what the hot rollers do. It gives that beautiful dip. And so we can play with that dipped look right there. I'm gonna work with her as to how she wants her front. Sometimes you'll spray and then you'll brush, and the brush could create static and the hair will come off again, come loose again. So it's good to spray and sometimes just use your hands. Avoid putting a pin there and it just being flat and the pin showing. Just curve it under a little bit. Just curve it under. You want to grab that, curve it under, go straight in, and so now that covers the pin. And this is where you could pinch and pull if, you know, she wants a little bit piecier. And this very last piece, I'm gonna get my ends out of the way. I never like to get lost or confused in where I am. Think about where I want to go. Where is that ponytail? Maybe I want to do something a little bit more movement and texture here. Just going to pinch. You can see it really just take a little piece and it creates some pretty movement. matter of placing this ponytail, and you could take a nice chunk of this ponytail and pin it right in to the tightness of section 5. Work with the client based on, give her the mirror, stand her up. Remember, we had 3 ponytails here that connected and created this full look. So we had the 1 ponytail up there, and then underneath 2 small ponytails. I'm just going to bring that up. Okay, if you just want to do a little bit better of a job of kind of hiding that in there, we've got all that nice root tease. We can actually go right in there, grab some of that root tease, and then we've got this just hanging right over. Even could feed it through. And we've got that beautiful full ponytail look.